we're going to talk about Ricardo as a quarter miler, and we're going to talk about Ricardo as the farmer. Tell me about your early days in going to school and how did you choose track and field?
Well, track and field really come about from like in the early school time. The way we get involved in the tracks is from we used to have the sports days at the schools, and I'm very competitive. So I was not so good at the other sports then, like football and all those other stuff. My friend them always beat me up, so I said, boy, I must find something to beat them up against. So we do sports, we do the run all the track event them when we could run. They beat up everybody upon them. And then one of the teacher at the school think that I'm a good runner. She brought me and a couple of other kids to the what that was like the some championship where you qualify for like your parish championship.
Oh, that was the parish championships that they normally have in
Yes.
Kingston.
No. The qualification in our
Okay,
division to make that.
okay.
Yeah, and then when I run at that time, I beat up everybody, and then we move on to something else, and then I beat up everybody again, and then we went to the championship in Kingston to represent Chilani, and that's how I really got into tracks on a primary level. In high school, two of my friends was going out to Christian High School to go take placement tests to get into school. Cause apparently I think they said that they have some way or they could get into school through tracks and things. So I just follow them go out there and take the placement test too, and that's how I end up in a Christian high school. And from
So
there,
you're from Trelawney, but
yeah,
you went to high school in Manchester.
yeah. So I went to Christian high school. I used to be coached by Jerry Alex at Christian high school at the time. Yeah, and from there, so we went overseas, and I went to high school overseas, and
So you did not, so just to back up a little bit, you did not compete at boys and girls champs.
yeah, we compete 1 year there. We run the
Okay.
400 and the 800. Mhm. And from there, so we went overseas, and then we competed in a high school for Dwyer in Palm Beach, and I used to play soccer, but I never used to get so much play time and things. So then I used to run track as well. I used to just beat up everybody in the tracks. And the tracks was just basically fun for me, really and truly, until I think when we start get some scholarship letters and stuff from all these different kind of colleges, because I was doing really well in high school in tracks. I said, but this I can get me in a college and all that kind of stuff there. Because it was mostly fun for me, and
Okay.
and, and a way of thing there, expressing up myself. So
So you were doing well in high school and you were actually offered a scholarship to FSU.
the FSU and various numerous colleges. Yeah, I was running in high school. I was running like 46 in high school in the 400.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, and we went to Florida. I took the scholarship. I chose Florida State. We went to Florida State my freshman year. I started. I was performing well throughout. My freshman year, I ran like 44, and I think I came like fourth in the NCAA final. And then the other year after that, I came second, and then I won. And then
Which
I
was 2006. You won a silver medal, plus you broke the FSU NCAA record.
well, I broke one whole record, and honestly, to be honest, I don't even know the records them I broke or much or the medals them I win and them stuff. I don't really keep track of them something there. Like normally, the way how me operate, if I go to a chat meet and whoever come there to support me, either one of my family member, a friend or whatever, anything I want, I just give it to them. I never really take, even like now I won so much medals and stuff like that, I don't even have them. Like whoever came and support me during that time, we just give them. So what of friends and families and anything that I've
So you
done.
don't archive, you don't store your stuff in a cabinet to
No,
look back at.
no, sir. The experience when we look back upon, not the medal. Understand the experience, and for me, I was just having fun. I come from a very, very, very poor rural community, and I was growing myself. I was learning how to grow as an individual, and I was seeing what sports could do for people, and I was experiencing it. So for me, the medal and them stuff, there wasn't the value. The value was the experience and the knowledge and all that stuff I'm learning.
So while you were growing up, well, you left Jamaica pretty early, so you did not get to have what we would call a champ's career. So while you were overseas and you were running for fun and getting scholarships and stuff, did you have someone that was like maybe like an idol to you that was running 400 that you want to be like them or anything like that?
Well, when I was coming up, when I was young, even when I was in the US and thing, like I always like Veronica Campbell. She just saw warrior fight and the track. Like you're not gonna beat me, like that kind of. I always like she growing up, and then me like they used to have this girl named Mona Lee. They used to like
Mona
how she,
Lee.
yes.
Yes,
They used to
Mona
like
Lee
she.
is from the United States, yeah.
Yes, from the United States. I like it she, but me never really have no big idol. Um, in a tracks, all right. When I run tracks, when me in high school, um, me write this. Everybody have to do a senior project. So me write a senior project. Say, I want to go to the Olympics. Cause throughout high school and for me the whole thing was a fun experience. So me never really look upon it no kind of serious big deal. You understand? So one time we write the project. That was my senior project to go to the Olympics. So when I went to college and I started running, I like my senior project is to go to the Olympics. But I have no idea about the Olympics and track and field in a Jamaica like that. Because me leave the Jamaica and me they foreign and in time them never used to come back. Like I think me go college and them stuff and me will come back very often.
So when you were in college, when you were at FSU, did you run into any Jamaican athletes there? Were you on a team with any Jamaican athletes?
Yeah man, when we used to have other Jamaican athletes on the FSU team who actually make the Jamaica team. But I started making the Jamaica team when I think my first game, if I can't remember if it was
You
under
you made it
23 or
you made it to the under 23 at the
yeah,
CAC games, yeah.
yeah. I think that was my first. Cause even while I was in the US and I was performing well enough, I wasn't like in Jamaica, like I wasn't like coming back for character trials and all them kind of thing. I wasn't focused on tracks. So my focus of coming back to Jamaica to represent Jamaica wasn't really there. I was just in the US, know to run tracks, I like the sports, and I was just having fun with it. And when I reached,
So so you went pro in 2007
yeah,
and you
my junior year in college.
yeah, and you decided to come back to Jamaica for the trials for the 2007 World Championship, which was held in Osaka, Japan, and you made
Yes,
the team.
yes, that's when I first started running for Jamaica. Because now I'm professional, so that's a part of the whole professional thing. So when I made the team there, cause I never really used to come back to Jamaica for the trials even until when I was in college, and my coach brought me back to Jamaica for the trials that we run, and we perform really well. And I said, "Bomba star, but we can beat them, man." And then we just think that. But during that's when I met the first team in Osaka. When I went to Osaka, and I had met Coach Mills. I met Coach Mills in Osaka, and then we started developing a relationship from there. And after I migrated back to Jamaica, and I was training with Coach Mills through the part of my career.
Because at that same World Championships in 2007, Usain Bolt was also there, where he won silver in the 200. Veronica won the 100 meters. So you were in company with people from your hometown, Trelawney.
Yes, at that time when I turned during those time, majority of the good athletes on the team was from the parish of Trelawney, both men and female. Yeah. I think that now you see like Manchester and them parishes, but at those time it was basically a young parish.
Right, because you're from a parish that has produced outstanding people. One of Jamaica's Prime Minister, Mr. Hugh Shearer, he's also from Trelawney. Trelawney has produced, there's a Jamaican based British actor by the name of Natasha Williams. She's also from Trelawney. Ben Johnson, who ran for Canada, I'm sure you know that name. He ran for Canada at the 1988 Olympics. He too is from Trelawney, among a lot of, other Jamaican outstanding athletes. So you being in company with those people, what was it like for you being a part of that legacy?
Well, for me, the experience was great, especially with so many class of people who not only come from a country but come from the same parish. Yeah, we feel proud, as the young parish at the country. And then I start saying, at the country man them got town really make the town school and win champs.
Yeah, a good point there. So the fact that Jamaica is doing, let's go back to the collegiate a little bit. America has one of the best collegiate program in the world. And let's go back to Jamaica a little bit. Our collegiate program is, I'm not sure what is going on, but we need something more. We need a little bit more. What are your thoughts on our collegiate system?
The collegiate system in Jamaica is really a track and field. You don't have enough stakeholders to make it viable, basically. You have a few colleges actually performing or participating, matter of fact. So it's not big enough to create that competitive environment for people to really shoot out, that basically. In the high school system, you have so many competitors, so you might feel like you're really good, but so many other people that's really good is there. So it make you have to work harder, even if you're just really good. So you make the other coach have to train harder, even if you have a good team, because so many other schools have a good team. So the whole competitive nature of the environment make it excel. So in the world college and system here, you just not have enough stakeholders. Make it kind of the same like the American. Because in the American college and system, champs actually better than American college and system.
I totally agree with that. So the fact that, just to go back to home training, before the 21st century, before your time and Veronica and Shelley and Elaine and Bolt, all of our athletes used to train overseas. And now, since the 21st century, most of our medalists are coming from homegrown training. Your thoughts?
Well, the thing about training overseas and training here, from my experience, is that here in Jamaica, you have really good coaches here in Jamaica. But I think one of the issue was the facilities. Like it's not a high school thing again. It's a professional thing. It's a money making thing. It's a business. So you as a professional artist, once you reach to that level, you go want the best, you perform the best. So here in Jamaica, there are really good coaches, but the facilities were falling short. So one time I see the facilities them start coming to place now, like we start to have tracks other than the stadium where you can go chain pan and them look at something there. And the world clubs and them look at something there, we start come where you have choices where you can go build a talent somewhere else outside of the college and the high school system. So they have a way how they can grow. Or they can grow from small to big. You see more people really come back a year. That's one of the reasons why me come back a year. Because now I can say, all right then, me there in Jamaica and I have access to good training and facilities and I can go to gym and do all them because of that. If enough people don't really want to stay in America, then
Yep.
like they want to stay there, you know, it's the opportunity while them there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you mentioned sport as a business, because this is one of the things that I keep saying is that sport is a business. Do you think that as a country we're understanding what sport is as a business? Do you think we are getting it?
No, I don't think that as a country we really even understand it. We have so much potential that we're not even capitalizing upon. That is ridiculous. We see other countries even more capitalized on us than us, Jamaica. Understand? Other country more benefit of our success basically. One thing where now that I'm doing business, or even before I'm doing business, but late in my career, when I started learning, was that I was mostly having fun through the early part of my career, and through the later part of my career, I started understanding the business aspect of sports. And then, now I was saying that it would be really nice if we could have some programs where we teach the athletes them the business part of their career. Let them understand this is not high school, this is not fun, this is not me I try to beat up and beat off my chest. This is business. How we make some business decision with sports, with my career. This is my value. That's how I can maximize my earning from it.
I am glad that you have touched on the topic of sport as a business, because I will have to talk to you off here, because I too do have a blueprint that is related to sport as a business that we can talk about. So we're going to segue now into Ricardo as the businessman, the farmer. Why farming as opposed to coaching or something else that has to do with track and field? How did that transition took place?
You know, actually, I went and got certified as a coach, you know, so I'm actually a certified coach because I was about to enter into coaching. I was having so much requests. I was helping high schools and those stuff overseas. I would assist the coach in writing the programs and basically give back to them in any kind of way as far as knowledge and experience. And even gears. But the way I come about with agriculture is that I really want to help Jamaica. And I like farming. I grew up in a farming community, even though I migrated to the US. I'm still, what you call it now? So I'm still a country youth, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still a country youth. So
still in your DNA, right?
Yeah, man. Come back to Jamaica, live in Jamaica, always come back to Jamaica. I'm back and forth between the US and Jamaica all the time. Yeah, so we want to help Jamaica, and at the same time, we want to do some entrepreneurship, because me already decided so me not work for nobody, so me not go find one job. Towards me so determined upon that, me actually work just for the knowledge, not the money.
Wow.
So, yeah, man. Because the knowledge carry more value than the money to me. Because once me have knowledge, me can't broke with that. But the money
Right,
can't
right.
come out. Yeah.
So tell us about a little about vertical hydro farming. What is that really? What does that mean to people like me?
All right, hydroponics is basically the growing of crop without the use of soil. So basically, this is the modern way of where farming is actually going, and this is how food gonna be produced in the future, starting now. Um, it's basically plants need three things to bear: water, nutrition, and sunlight. And hydroponic is basically give it them three things there without give it in the soil. So any kind of way or you can do it, there have many different type and ways of how to do it. And the most common way how people do that is to pump water, nutrient-rich water through PVC pipes. Because PVC much cheaper material. Yeah, so that's one of the cheapest, easiest way to do it, and that's what most people do. The pipes maybe design is based on what the person trying to achieve. The vertical hydroponics is basically pipes are put vertically, so we could maximize our space. So we're growing vertically in the air. Hydroponics is basically have a lot of benefits in hydroponics. You get to recycle your water. We use 90% less water than traditional farm. You get to recycle your fertilizer. You don't walk, you don't dig, you don't plow, you don't mow, you don't do none of those stuff. So you're saving money and labor costs. It's much easier to work because you're not bending, you're not doing all that kind of stuff, and you have less disease and pests. The crop come faster because
So
you don't.
would you say this type of farming is easier than the original way where people have to be plowing the earth and whatever it is that they're doing? Is this way easier or it is more economical?
It's easier by a million times. You really and truly
Okay.
don't do nothing because everything, most of it is automation. It's the pump, not pumping water through the pipes. You could use a timer to control the pumps without you doing nothing.
Okay. So your farm is about fruits and vegetable, but I realize that you are very close to strawberries and grapes. Any particular reason why?
Yes, what we're trying to do is basically get rid of imported food. So my mission is to revolutionize agriculture and set up the largest agriculture corporation in the Caribbean. So what we have done is our original aim was to grow the imported produce and supply it to the Caribbean. But we have, since the COVID came, we have adjusted our business model. And we went into sharing the technology with all of the young farmers, especially young farmers and females across the region. And we work together to achieve that. So what I do now is I focus more now on the infrastructure of agriculture. So I build and supply the hydroponic farms. I supply the nutrition. I supply the seedlings. I supply even technical knowledge and stuff like that. And now I'm about to launch a program. Next month I'm about to launch a program. What I'm doing is creating a brand new agriculture system. The system is called GTAS, Grow Together Agriculture System. And the way it works is that anybody can become a member of the system. You need a land and a capital. We should have needed anywhere if you can start up in the agriculture business. We supply the greenhouses, the farms, the technical knowledge, infrastructure development, the seedling, the premix nutrition, the technical knowledge, the upgrades, and I'm a part of another company called Quality Harvest, and that company.
So you basically have a system set up where you train people how to get this kind of farming done, the things that they need to do, how they need to do it, etc.
Yeah, we basically set a system where you do not need to have no kind of experience or knowledge to be a farmer no more. You just need a land and money. You come onto the system, and we take care of everything else. And we move and distribute the produce for you as well. So you just basically stay on your farm and farm. And what it does is Chambers Agile Farm is now a research and innovation center. So we do all of the researches them and we put them on the system. So whatever research we have and we do, we put it on the system and you have access to that information. So if you're a brand new farmer, never farmed strawberry before, or you want to invest into strawberries, you be a member of the system, you put up your capital to invest into the strawberries, to buy the materials and stuff to grow the strawberries. We identify your land, we supply you with all of it, we supply you with the knowledge. If anything happen, we're right there to come at your footstep and be able to crawl through the whole process of growing. And our other business distribute and market the produce. It essentially does nothing. Basically,
So, okay, so let's say now I want to, I'm tired of whatever I'm doing and I want to do this kind of farming. And I said, okay, I'm going to get in touch with Ricardo. What kind of capital I would need in order to start up something like this?
You don't, the way we're making it, we don't making it a high barrier of entry. We want to work with people and grow with them. So it depends on the crop that you want to grow. So that will determine the type of farm that you would build, and the type of farm would basically determine the capital. So what you do is you contact me, and then we talk about, okay then, we tell a list of the crops them that we targeting, and you, based on what you identify, like an area and stuff like those, we consult you and say, okay then, these crops grow best in this area based on the temperature and all this kind of stuff, and this crop is demanded by this market, this market, this market. We have this market for this crop. Who do you want to grow this crop?
And you can make this happen with any crop, corn, peas.
Any crop. We do researches. So we basically, what we done is we grow around whole heap of crop hydroponically, figure out how to grow them, how to control them, or what pest gonna attack them, how to get rid of that pest, and all this kind of stuff. So we have a lot of information about agriculture, and we have basically figure out how to build the systems, engineer the system, everything. So it's a brand new agriculture system where from the seeds to the end user is run through the whole entire system.
So in terms of your market, tell me about your market. You said something about the Caribbean. So is it that you stick only to the Caribbean or you're global?
No, as far as the market, that's not a program. It's a program what we're about to launch. We don't launch a program yet. But overall, what we're working on is in Jamaica right now. So we start with Jamaica, do the local knit and that and get it right, and then we export the model all over. So we export it next to the Caribbean, but there's so many other developed country. I mean, underdeveloped country that need a valuable agriculture system. So somewhere where the citizens of the country and the farmers could benefit, because now they don't have the lack of knowledge, because that's not a barrier no more. So essentially what we're doing is making farming microwavable by removing the barriers and the challenges from farmers. We deal with that. They come on the system and you focus on growing the crops. Make we focus and figure out which bug to get rid of how we get rid of the bugs out of the cabbage. Make we focus on which fertilizer is best for the cabbage. Make we focus on okay then, find a market for your cabbage. So you just focus on growing a cabbage.
Interesting. So from sports to farming, when you came forward with this idea to your friends and to your family and the people close to you, what was the support system like? Did people think that you were crazy to be doing something like this?
Well, yeah, people think I'm crazy, but a lot of people find it as an interesting switch from athletic career to farming. But what I've learned is that people look at farming with a stigma. So nothing wrong with farming. Farming is actually the best place to go because that's one of the industry that can't crash because you have to eat. Matter of fact, when the worst time I go on, that industry always boom because you have to eat. And if you don't learn by now, COVID haven't taught you that look on the place then where the land in lamb and look at people going far one time in the crisis start. And then something there. Food, you have to eat, food, you just can't go on it. So you have a guarantee market that's already. So
I was just go ahead, go ahead.
yeah. So people find it as an interest. But my family supported me and thing. And my friends supported me. Me, I'm kind of person like this. I'm grateful for everybody who supported me, you know, and thing. But when this time I do something, we just go ahead. You understand? We find support to come along the way. But I'm not waiting for nobody's support to start. I'm going ahead. This time someone do it, me just get up and start. Do it. And along the way, support to come or me figure it out. Either one of them.
Good. The pandemic. Tell me a little bit about your business and the pandemic. Every industry was affected during the pandemic, some more than some. How were you affected? Were you affected in a positive way or in a negative way?
Well, both of them. Both of them, I would say. When the pandemic first came, I was basically growing crops to or supplying a distributor that supplied the hotels. And I've gotten a request to grow a whole bunch of crops, parsley in particular, for that distributor and various other distributors. And I invested on whole heap of the parsley. And then right before the pandemic came, like around a week or so before the pandemic came, I invested my last everything. I make a big gamble, so my going all go hard and done. Basically, me and my mindset. So a week before the party ready, the man called me and said, if you're not ready, I said, no man, get one more week. I want to get fluffier. You understand? So another week come, hotel and them me as a pandemic reach crisis and hotel and lockdown and place and lockdown and all them something. I said, blows and square star. Because I can at least sell it last week. But he knocked me off of my face, really, really bad. Flip me down on the ground, beat me up, and all them continue throw me against the wall, and them look at thing there. But what me do now is go back to the drawing board and say, all right.
So what happened? So what happened to those crops? Everything just got.
It just gone. It just gone. Yeah.
You just had to dump everything.
Yeah. So that was a massive loss, and that was my loss. I literally have nothing else. Basically, my loss. So I'm saying, okay then. What can I sell to gain money to keep me alive? And then I say, all right then. I don't have no money for buy no raw material and him look or something there. So I say, what me can sell when I not for buy no? I start thinking about all kind of creative ways of do things now. So the pandemic made me so super creative because I just go in a corner and just start upskill myself. Like I want to learn every single thing I never want to learn. I want to figure out how I can rebound from this because this is a challenge and I have to move forward past it. So now I start, okay then. What I have, I can sell. But I not have to use no money and buy nothing to build it and make it. And I say, all right, knowledge. I don't need no money to get no more knowledge. Knowledge I gain throughout this time from doing it. How I can leverage it now. So I started writing plans for other people who want to venture into hydroponics. And then I start earning some money from that. And then I see a lot of people start coming for the plans because then I said, oh, people want to do this kind of farming. You know? So now I just venture into building the farms. So that's where I started getting the turnaround. So the pandemic actually knocked me out, but it actually made me say, okay then, where is the opportunity in this? Because everything of a crisis is an opportunity, and the opportunity is more people want to get into farming now. So I cannot change my business model to cater to those people who want to get into farming. Because enough of them are check me and don't know how to do it, but they want to do it. So I make my business model now to assist other farmers instead of just growing crops. And the system them and the programs in that I'm building, all of them is surrounded by developing Jamaica and move Jamaica forward. So we want to collaborate with as many partners as possible so we can move Jamaica forward. So that's what the pandemic actually brought to the thing.
Indeed, indeed. Do you think that our young people, the younger people, thinks that agriculture is a valuable career?
Yeah, them know that agriculture is a valuable career. They don't think them know, but they shy away from it because of the way it is. It's young people now, man. Them no want to get dirty and all them things no more. You know? They don't want to dig up on dirt. They want to show a nice picture on Instagram and they want to figure out the latest party. But once they start finding about hydroponics farming now, you do not need to get dirty and all that kind of stuff to do farming no more. So it's a lot of young people is actually getting into farming now. A lot of people leaving their professional career, like teachers especially. A whole lot of teachers actually I'm assisting basically. Them gone not
Wow.
yeah.
Wow, great. So with that, how do people find you? Where do people find you if they want to, if they hear about this thing and they're like, it sounds very interesting. How can people find you?
Well, they could find me at Chambers Hydro Farm on Instagram, and also we working to launch our digital platform soon. So you could find us at chambershydrofarm.com. Not right now, but soon.
Soon, soon. So do you have a local office in
No,
Jamaica?
we located in our headquarters in Sweetbizo, Spurtree, Manchester, just outside of Mandeville.
Okay.
Yeah, we do tours as well, so you could come on a tour on the farm. I will show you work and we educate you about hydroponics and you could harvest fresh produce while you come on the tour as well.
Wow, interesting. So before we wrap up, I have to go back to track and field a little bit more. The sport industry is opening up in Jamaica and around the world. Champs is in less than 2 weeks. A matter of fact, Champs starts next week, Tuesday, April 5th. Is there any event or anyone that you'll be looking out for or that you want to see? Your thoughts on Champs coming back in full swing after 2 years? We had it last year, but it was scaled version. This year it is coming back in full swing.
Well, I'm just excited that it's coming back because I know for sure that Champ is basically the gateway for a lot of young people in Jamaica to access opportunities through athletic scholarship and other opportunities. And when not taken away from Jamaica by the pandemic, it was basically the channel or the gate that young people in Jamaica, most young people, a lot of young people in Jamaica used to access opportunity was closed. So a lot of them people them say suffer through because of that. So right now I'm not really thinking about the rest of them, but just happy that the gate open again. And understand where young people could go. Because that's Jamaica talented, man. They go show them skill. Understand? We're talented. That's what we're known for, our talent.
I totally agree with you. And the high school athletes, they were able to come back out last season. They had chance last year. But for the juniors who are primary and prep school, they have been out of competition from 2019. So what are your thoughts? Do you think that their development may have been altered a little bit because they weren't able to compete 2020 and 2021?
Yeah, well the development not gonna be the same as if it wasn't closed down, But given the nature and the spirit of Jamaican kids, them always playing, them always physical. So they wasn't like sitting in our little corner and all nothing. So them are just Jamaican kids that them I go play, them I go run around. So they was moving, but it wasn't like it should be. But they was active. And given the nature of check and field in particular in Jamaica, it not take long before you reach back up again because it is so competitive.
I'm happy that you say that. Our male program, it has taken a little. There's a little dry spell going on right now. And looking back at the young men who have left school, let's say over the last 10 years, we have not seen too many of them coming forward to say, take the baton from people like you, Usain Bolt, Asafa Powell, Michael Frater, Jermaine Gonzalez. Your thoughts on our male program as it is right now?
Well, my thought is some of the athletes that's where education come into play, where I think we can start develop some program as a nation where we educate our young athletes who become professionals, because we have to educate them about the business aspect of sports and let them know this is the real deal and all that kind of stuff. A lot of the young athletes, them through when I was in sports, I could see it where they come and now check and field start make money now, basically. So some of them get good offered even at a very young age, and most of a lot of them, they're coming from not having a lot of stuff to having a lot of stuff.
Yes.
And they get distracted from the real work they should be putting in. When them high school and them stuff and them doing the work, they not get distracted because they know the man from Casey can beat them and they can lose champs. So that distract a lot of the artists them or we could have see, and that caused the transition from never to not really happen the way or we want it to happen. Where
True.
yes, because a lot of the younger athletes them that was junior when we was about to leave and should be taking the baton, and I could see that happening or happen to quite a few of them where I would say they got distracted. So maybe we can learn from all of these things and put in program to strengthen those weaknesses.
One more thing.
I'd love for somebody come educate me about the business side. When you is a young adult making a good amount of money, when you never have none, a lot of mismanagement can happen.
That's true. That's true. One more point to touch on. We're like a storm. We're like a nightmare to other sprinters right now. Your thoughts on the World Championship and our ladies going out there and people coming at them this season?
Well, our ladies, they've been performing spectacular for years and years and years. Like the thing at the females in Jamaica, it's so competitive, especially in the sprints. They just keep on producing and producing and producing. So if you're basically producing here in Jamaica, you don't have much worry about in the world, because you basically, once you beat anybody Jamaican, you're beating the best or one of the best. So as far as the world coming at them, I don't think the top level Jamaicans them are the one who really understand, really worry about that, because they're more worried about trials than the World Championship. In matter of fact.
That is so true.
Yeah,
that's true. Our trials is very competitive, very competitive.
In the female sprint, they were more about trials than the championship. The championship is a breeze compared to trials.
With that said, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from Ricardo Chambers.